What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 15. Oh my God, episode 15 of the podcast. If you've been tuning in, thank you so much for sticking with us. And if this is your first listen, welcome. It has been a crazy week, so I need to check in with everyone, see what's up, let you know what's been going on. But first, I want to say a huge thank you to Constantine Morales from American Idol and Lydia Cornell from Too Close for Comfort for all your support, repping the original Monroe tees on your social media and supporting the Grammy consideration for You OK in the Grassroots and the music video. That means so much. So thank you so much. And everyone that's listening, I know you've probably gotten the emails either from the Grammys or, from me. And I know it seems like a mass email and a big email blast, but I promise you I have really focused on each person that has been getting those emails. And I really wanted to personally thank everyone for all the responses and all of the kind words, all of the views, especially on YouTube for the UK music video, and all the comments and likes. Man, it means so much. I've been attempting to get back to every single person that has liked or commented on that video. So a huge personal thank you from me. We make music, and when it connects with someone enough for someone to say, hey, I really dig this, it means so much to me. So thank you so much for all your support so far. And please vote for the Grammys, but also please vote for something even more important, which is the presidential election coming up. I was going to just dive into the updates, as this is more of an update episode, but I kind of just want to stick here for a moment and just talk about music in general, and at least for me, and just be very honest with everyone. The music that I've been putting out, or I'm beginning to put out now, starting with You OK and moving forward from that, it's so important to me. When you start realizing who you are and your voice and how you want to put yourself out there and finally find your voice and find what style of music, how you go about your music and writing and producing and just putting it out there, that is just such an accomplishment and such a feeling of like a weight being lifted, not to discount anything else that I've done, because I think it's been a growing process, right? And you learn and you figure out who you are and how you want to express yourself in these different ways. It feels so good for me now, and especially that You OK is getting all of this somewhat recognition and positive feedback from people, because I feel like I've finally found my voice, and I finally found who I am as an artist and how I want to put my music out there. I think a lot of artists go through that, and I know from personal experience, I've gone through it too. I love so many artists, and I love so many different kinds of music. And I've noticed in my career, starting from way young, just, emulating and, I want to sound like this guy, or I want to sound like this guy, and I want this kind of music, and I want to do this kind of music, or, I play jazz or whatever it may be. I've always kind of I've always had that issue of, oh man, I'm just trying to sound like this person, or I'm trying to sound like this person. And finally realizing and figuring out my voice and who I am has been such a journey. And of course, I'm not there 100%. I have so much more to learn about myself and the music writing process and who I am as a person as I continue to grow in life. And I think that'll change, of course. But this is the first time where I feel like, okay, this is authentically me. And for that to be received so well by people really means a lot. And even if you hate it, that's fine. It just feels so good to finally be authentically me. So again, thank you everyone that has written back and let me know your thoughts, even if you hate it. Thank you. Thanks for telling me. But if you love it, it means so much. So thank you again. All right. So let's dive into what the hell's been going on. As I've said before, it's been a really busy week. Just an update. I have gotten an opportunity to work now on 2 feature films. One that's going to begin in mid-October, and I think one that I'm going to start composing and scoring for probably November, December. I've also got a call for a short film that I'm working on this weekend, as well as a web series. I'm finishing the short film that I've been telling you guys about, so I'm really excited. Once that's done and I'm allowed to tell you what it is, or share it with you, I definitely will. And of course, we are finally, I swear, we're almost done mixing and mastering a brand new single, which I don't really know the title for quite yet, but it's quite good, in my opinion, which I'm really excited to let everyone know about. And today, I think at like 1 o'clock, I've got another call for another film, and all these films that I'm doing, I'm composing the soundtrack and, of course, doing the mixing, the engineering, whatever it may need. So I'm really excited. But of course, we're in a pandemic. So how did this come about? Again, I'm not saying that I'm, the most successful guy in the room, but I know that I've been working really hard. So how the heck have I done this? Well, based off of our conversations in the last podcast and kind of the strategy that I've told you about, I've been doing. So how did I do this? I've been leveraging my relationships that I have already had, reaching out to filmmakers I know, artists I know, producers I know. And of course, I've been doing all the things that I've been telling you. I've been emailing production companies. I've been hitting up directors. I've been hitting up producers. I've been on all these filmmaker forums and hitting up the people that don't even know that they're gonna need music yet. Everyone that's saying, "Oh yeah, we're in the middle of shooting and we need a PA." Well, I've been hitting them up and saying, "Hey, are you gonna need music anytime soon?" And honestly, that has been the most successful thing that I've seen so far for people getting back to me. And granted, I'll only kind of email or reach out to the most valid, I guess you would say, ones, because you got to still pay rent. So I've kind of got a few films under my belt, and I've kind of moved on to that next level of maybe film, but I've been reaching out. And that has honestly been the most successful tactic that I've seen. Is that prior reach out, reach out to them before they even know that they're going to need music, or before the thought's even in their head. So you plant that seed, and they're like, oh yeah, I am going to need that. And just developing your skills as you go. Like yesterday I did a whole masterclass, or I watched a whole masterclass on mixing, and I've been pretty good with mixing and all the engineering aspects of composing and audio editing, but you can always get better. And so I took a whole masterclass yesterday on mixing and, how deep it is, and different compressions and different EQs for different instruments. Like, you can always get better. So if you have any kind of spare time, why not better yourself? It's better than sitting around and playing Xbox or something else. Granted, that's important too, but I choose to try to further knowledge, which kind of leads into something else that I wanted to talk about, which is sort of building a routine that I have found super helpful now. Again, I don't have that 9-to-5 job necessarily. My full-time job right now is all music, so I'm lucky. And I've sort of, again, found a routine. And even if you do have a 9-to-5 job, or you've got a desk job, because everybody's got to pay the bills, I think finding a routine as far as in life and in music is super important. So for me, I'll wake up maybe at like 7 a.m. every day and do a workout. After I finish that, I'll have some coffee and start working on whatever project that I'm working on. After my ears and my brain cannot handle anymore and I'll need a break, I'll start reaching out, take a break from that and start reaching out for new opportunities or fostering the relationships that I have. Hey, give a quick call. Hey, how you doing? Good? All right, cool. How you holding up? All right, great, cool. Not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to be business related. If your buddy is working to have his film done, just a quick call and just, hey, how you doing? How's your family? Good? All right, cool. And then reaching out to the people that you don't know, reaching out, sending out those emails. And then once you feel like you can't send out any more emails, maybe take a break, have lunch, and then go back to work on the current project. I think creating a routine is very important, as well as taking a day off and having that like mental health day is very important as well. For me, it's Sunday because I love to watch the Giants lose, and football's back on. But I think it's very important to have that mental rest, or you're working, if you're scoring a film and it's been wearing you down and you need to take a break, go work on the single that you're working on. Like myself, I jump over to that engineering side and thinking about, okay, what music, or how can I write, or how can I finish this song that I've been working on, how can I put this album together. Just shifting the mental focus, I think, is super important. And working on other people's projects too, like there's endless possibilities. On the last episode, I spoke to this, and it hasn't been out yet, so I haven't been able to put it out yet. But I did an interview with Janine Bernstein for her show Outside the Box. It's going to be on iHeartRadio, Spotify, all those platforms, and I will do my best to get it on here if I'm allowed to have it on here. But we talk about all this stuff. We talk about coming out of school, all the way back when you were coming out of school and coming out of college. What did you do? How, college, they don't necessarily, especially for the arts, they don't guarantee you a job. So what the heck are you supposed to do? Or for all the people now in the pandemic that have lost their internships or, opportunities, or they're stuck at home, what do you do? And this is all from my perspective, and my advice and what I would do and what I'm doing. So I'm really excited for that to come out. Again, it's called Outside the Box with Janine Bernstein and myself. And again, I'll try to get that on here as soon as it's out, hopefully soon. I just checked on our website and it says it's coming out soon. So I'm excited about that. And with this just sort of being like a little check-in episode, we'll be back to normal episodes again next week with different topics and different guests. But I just wanted to check in and sort of share what I've been thinking about recently, which is just this concept of yesterday versus today versus going forward. So I heard this quote, and I'm not going to say it because I don't want to misquote it, but essentially it doesn't matter what you did yesterday. It only matters what you're doing today. And what are you doing today to get better and further yourself? So if you did all this work yesterday and you sent out all these emails and you put out all these feelers and you networked and you did all this stuff, great. What are you going to do today? I think that's a really important concept, and it kind of motivates me, at least, and seeing each day as a new opportunity. During this coronavirus and this pandemic, which has just been so unprecedented, each day we're living is day to day, right? Things change every single day. The life is unpredictable. The world is unpredictable. So each day is a new opportunity. Each day is a new day to focus and do better than yesterday. So, what are you doing? What are you doing today that is going to be better than yesterday? If yesterday, make believe that doesn't even matter. Like that never happened, right? So wake up the next day, starting fresh, starting new, not making excuses. Say, oh, I did all this work yesterday. I could take it easy today. You know, you're allowed to have a mental health day and you're allowed to have a day off, but, I don't see it as an excuse for today. I did all this yesterday, so I'm going to, lack off today. I see, again, each day is a new opportunity. What are you doing today? When you're reaching out to people today or finding new opportunities today, how are you providing value? And how are you finding the drive to not give up? There's a really good Walt Disney quote. The difference in winning and losing is most often not quitting. I love that. I absolutely love that, because all this stuff that we talk about, all the stuff that we're trying to do just takes time. Even those quote unquote overnight successes are years in the making, right? So it's going to take time and it's going to wear you down and it's going to be really hard. But if you keep pushing and you don't quit, that's the stuff. So I hope that provided a little bit of insight and a little bit of inspiration. Don't stop even when you're putting in all this work. And I've seen it for myself. If you're putting in all this work and sending out all these messages and all these emails and trying to get these opportunities in whatever career path you're doing, and it might not be working, or it feels like it's not working, the difference between winning and losing is just not quitting and not giving up. So I hope that helps. And thank you guys for checking in with me. And we'll be back to some long form episodes next week. And we'll have some awesome guests on. So thank you guys for checking in. And I will talk to everybody really soon.